We can sit on it. No, I'm kidding. Okay, now let's get right into it because I know you were jazzed for our first review. Yeah. Right, even Outcast is on the sucker. No, I know you were jazzed for our first review, Logan Lucky.
Yes, which I have not seen, but I am really excited to see this because I am a giant Steven Soderbergh fan.
Okay, cool.
You beat me to it, so I'm really excited to hear your review. And this has a bunch of my favorite actors in it too, including
this had an
Daniel
action-packed cast. I thought you were going to say Katie Holmes. Your favorite actor, Katie Holmes. Channing Tatum's done a lot of good work for someone who we really didn't expect to go past those dance movies. He's actually proved he's a good comedic actor.
Yeah, I mean, over the past few years, he's really kind of remade himself as an A-list actor, which is crazy when you think of like Step Up, like, nah, this guy's not.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in Step Up, at the very least, you could see like physicality. So I thought at best he'd do like a bunch of straight-to-video action movies, you know?
Typecast as this guy that can dance and maybe just be a cute face and something. You know?
Yeah,
now he's actually
like the type of career John Cena's had. Outside of wrestling, in wrestling, John Cena's freaking, you know, like he's legend status. But in movies, you know, this dude's done. They cast him as a soldier here and a soldier there and a mercenary there, and then a dad who was a soldier there. You know, so a veteran dad and stuff. So I mean, I get it, you know, and I'm happy for him. He beat the status quo. He bucked the system.
He did.
Yeah, you know, it worked out for him. Yeah. So
John Cena.
Sorry. I was talking about Channing Tatum.
I know, but I'm saying John Cena, like, they have to kind of do that thing where they kind of pick on their former selves. You know what I mean? Like that. I think Channing Tatum is too well aware of his reputation before he started getting the bigger roles, and I think, you know, having that, you know, being able to laugh at yourself type thing, as Cena is kind of doing as well now. And
well, he's done that because I mean, he's been in some decent movies, and you forget he's in them. He was in Haywire, if you remember him in that.
Yes.
I don't.
And he has that great scene at the table.
Every now and then.
He's at the diner, you know what I mean? He's talking to her, and all of a sudden he just belts this chick in the face.
That was another thing, though. He was in there to get his ass kicked by the chick to show that no, she is legitimately on the men's level.
But she would have had.
Though you might think these are big dudes and she's the small woman. No, she was kicking ass.
Yeah.
But he was there to receive an ass whooping.
At the same time, he would have had her if a guy didn't step in. And he had to distract himself by whooping that guy's ass too.
Oh, true. But I mean, the movie the movie had layers, is what we're saying.
Yes, it did.
I love how we're talking about this random bullshit movie. Herb, you haven't seen it, right? Because you're over there like fascinated. He's leaning in, just like I
gotta check this out.
Anyway, that's another Steven Soderbergh movie as well. Who directed?
Wait, Haywire was Soderbergh?
Yeah.
Damn, it's been so long.
He's been casting Channing Tatum and everything. Yeah, he started with Magic Mike, Haywire, and now Logan Lucky. You know, he sees something in this guy that, something that he enjoys anyway.
Well, good for him, man. Okay, so I can't wait to see Gambit by Steven Soderbergh.
Imagine.
All right, well, then I don't know how anxious you'll be to hear about this. Then I got some stuff to say, but
you're gonna show.
Let me give the breakdown first. West Virginia, born and raised on the playground with West Virginia family. Jimmy Logan teams up with his one-armed brother Clyde and sister Melly to steal money from the Charlotte Motor Speedway in North Carolina. Jimmy also recruits demolition expert Joe Bang.
It's a great name.
Bang. It really is. Say it one time. Joe Bang.
Joe Bang.
Joe Bang. All right, Herb, let me get a Joe Bang.
Awful. I'm not going to say it.
Joe Bang.
Hater. Johnny, you got a Joe Bang in you?
I got nothing, man. I don't even know what that is.
No Joe Bang?
What is this? Joe Bang.
Joe Bang.
Joe Bang.
All right,
there you go. That right there is a team player. Herb. This guy. All right, but Joe Bang to help them break into the track's underground system. Complications arise when a mix-up forces the crew to pull off the heist during a popular NASCAR race while also trying to dodge a relentless FBI agent. Dude.
So this sounds exactly like a redneck Ocean's 11.
Yes, that's exactly how I was going to put it, man. It's kind of like a hybrid between a Wes Anderson movie and an old school Guy Ritchie movie.
Okay.
You know, like if Guy Ritchie came from Louisiana instead of England. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
And okay, now Joe Bang is played by all people Daniel Craig, James Bond himself. So he puts on this like thick redneck accent,
high pitched too.
Well, I mean he's high pitched in general. That's just how he speaks. I mean, I'm not going to fault him.
He doesn't speak like this in the movie. This is definitely this affectation that's a little.
Yeah, he was definitely forcing this, but a lot of people were. Channing Tatum, if he had an accent, he's done a lot. He's worked a lot to repress it. and Adam Driver. They give him a thick. Well, he does a thick accent, saying the weirdest stuff. So I'm not sure how effective that's gonna be because it just took me out of it when I'm looking at these people. Like Adam Driver has done a good accent. If you remember, Llewellyn. Oh dang! What was his name?
Inside Llewyn Davis.
And thank you, Inside Llewyn Davis. Where did I get Llewellyn? I know where I got Llewellyn from. Inside Llewyn Davis.
Llewellyn Moss. You're thinking from.
He wasn't in that, was he? What? That's not a thing. That's a person.
Llewellyn Moss is the bad guy from what's that Coen Brothers movie? The other Coen Brothers movie.
Dang it! Not Friggin'. No, it's Anton.
With
Sugar.
Josh Brolin. Yeah, Anton Sugar. That's Llewellyn Moss is the guy searching for, played by Josh Brolin.
Dude, man, all these start to like run together when you get that same hair that
the 70s porn hair.
It's like the Prince Valiant. I had a hard time taking this dude seriously until he started killing people with the cow. What do you call it? Pacifier with the mercy killing machine.
Yeah, basically it puts the.
Yeah, this has nothing to do at all with Logan Lucky. Logan Lucky is the story of Channing Tatum and his brother, played by Adam Driver. And both of them are, I don't want to say simple rednecks because that really does them a disservice. But they're really kind of like, basic, uncomplicated dudes. They're not about a lot of pomp and circumstance. And there's even like one really cool scene where some dude gets uppity and tries to play that fancy stuff. And they check him proper. And you think the scene's going one way, and then you realize where it's really going. And you're just like, damn, that's... Damn, all right. Sure. Do not mess with these guys. And that was like my course of reaction.
Okay.
Where I'm like, he's gonna do the stupid thing. Yeah, he did the stupid thing. He did. Oh wait, no, he didn't. Oh what? Oh, I didn't even see that coming. The movie threw me a curveball right there, and that's the thing. It's like it telegraphs a lot, and then like changes direction on you.
Well, that's
so twist.
Obviously because you're dealing with like a heist movie. Some of that is the form and the structure of the movie is also matching like the content as well.
But I will say that as far as like the surprises and the awe came for me, everything else in the movie was I couldn't get away from bad accents. I couldn't get away from the horrible relationship between Channing Tatum and Katie Holmes. I couldn't get away from the blatant displays of, okay, this is obviously your ass character here, and you got another ass character here, and you got another ass character here. And a lot of it was like these people were kind of cartoons, it wasn't just like I'm showing depictions of personality types. I'm showing extremes of personality types.
Very one-dimensional.
Yes, most everyone. Channing Tatum actually had some good layers, and you see
we're also dealing with simple people too, right?
Yeah,
so maybe the one dimension's on purpose.
Well, look at it this way: simple people made by folks that are usually more highbrow. So it's like their opinion of these folks. I've met rednecks.
Yeah.
I'm friends with some rednecks. Some of them are actually really good, really cool people, and some of them are very intelligent. Just because they talk like this doesn't mean they're stupid. Right. And this seems like a movie that was made by somebody who automatically assumes, they talk like this, so they must be stupid. That's one thing that I actually it bugged me about the movie.
It's hard to have an opinion because I haven't seen it, but I just.
Well, no, dude. From somebody who's seen it, that's what I got from this. And
I could definitely see that happening. Yeah.
And that's one thing that really took me out of it because I thought there was some good material here, But it's just like, and I don't know if I can blame the direction for that because the actors have to make a choice as well,
But so you're saying you got hung up on the whole movie because you thought the characters weren't.
Ease off there. You're getting that defensive face on.
No, I'm not asking because you said that's what threw you off the whole thing. So that's what you said.
Well, no, that's one of the things that threw me off. Another thing that really threw me off was the characters didn't really have much chemistry between them. You get a cast that are supposed to be brothers, and I mean there were a few different sets of brothers in this, and I didn't feel any kind of relationship between them, and that may not be a fault of the acting. That may be a fault more of the writing, trying to get the story from point A to point B without acknowledging that we're paying attention to how the characters carry you from point A to point B. A lot of it was done more for comedy, so I get that when you want to write jokes, you're not really thinking of like the personal relationships of people and the feelings and such. So I get that because at its crux, it was not a serious heist movie. Like Ocean's 11 is a serious heist movie with jokes. Versus even better. The Score is a serious heist movie with jokes.
Right.
So it's not trying to be one of those, and it's letting you know right off the bat. Like if Ricky Bobby decided to knock over a bank one day, that's almost what this was.
It's funny that what's the most redneck thing you could probably hijack to is like in a NASCAR race. You know what?
So I would think so too. But the money that NASCAR makes,
oh my God, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Like you could send an entire high school to college for like all 4 years off of like one day of like one big NASCAR race.
For sure,
ridiculous.
They don't have them patches on their clothes for nothing.
For real, the sponsorship is out through the roof, and people are, well, I don't know, but all they do is drive around in a circle. Yeah, and they get paid, like ridiculously. So don't sleep on it. But man, I honestly have to call out Channing Tatum for his sympathetic acting in this. Man, it's a movie where it's not that complicated a script. The fare is pretty simple. It seems like one you'll just go in and just kind of sit down, maybe get a couple of laughs, and just call it a day. Channing Tatum really works the angle of, I'm just a guy trying to keep it simple, trying to raise my kids right when their mother and stepdad, because they're divorced, is basically exposing every like negative aspect of Southern life, possible, imaginable. And I just kind of want to, support my family, support myself, and live and be happy. Like he was like, hot stuff in the past, and now he's just a guy trying to make it.
It's
and
like
I got
hot
that.
Stuff, like reliving high school fame,
Kind of,
like
yeah.
that,
If Al Bundy had more of a soul,
good call.
like
wow,
that would be Channing Tatum.
It was Al Bundy's old high school football days.
Yeah,
kind of.
And I like that. I got that. Like I'm on this dude's side. Even when he's doing negative stuff, I'm like, yeah, but I see why he's doing it, and I like the guy personally. So, I'm still with him.
I think that's
at
the core of the heist movie genre, you know what I mean, is the people doing it. So usually it's like pulled in for one last job, or it's just like you got to do it to, for the family or something like that. It's always some reason that has to make you identify with the person doing the crime, you know what I mean, because they can't just be bad. Or else you wouldn't care.
The heist movies or the
heist movie, the character in the heist movie, you know what I mean? Whoever's putting on the heist, they have to have a justifiable excuse, or else what are you watching?
Okay, no, true. You can also just be like really into criminals, man. I want to see these cats do some bad stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Which could be that, but it wouldn't be a big audience.
Now run them over. Like what? Mm-hmm.
Grand Theft Auto 3.
All right, but no, if you really want to see this movie, it is a movie I think you will not hate. I myself just kind of walked out of it like, blah. It's like I would have really enjoyed this had it been made by a different director, I think.
Ooh.
What?
Just like what director? How would they do it different? I'm just scared.
Okay.
Is it the director or is it the writer?
No, the story I think really just didn't take into account how these things would be perceived. I think if you had someone who took maybe a darker tone with it, and not that it should be a dark movie, but just a darker tone to get rid of some of the more some of the parts that felt more lampoon than actual story development, then I think it would have been it would have had more of an effect with me, because this is a movie I really should like. I like these actors. I love heist movies. I'm really into racing, not specifically NASCAR, but I appreciate NASCAR.
You're a big Fast and Furious fan?
Oh, hells yeah. So it's just like all this should have been by the combinations a movie that I really enjoyed, and I just kind of walked out like, I probably wouldn't see it again myself because of the effect it had on me. And I think if someone if David Fincher had approached this kind of movie, I think it would have had a better effect on me.
Okay.
So it's called Logan Lucky. It stars Channing Tatum. It stars Adam Driver. It stars I can't get over the fact that he was James Bond. It stars Daniel Craig, which I will say
by the way, he wasn't James Bond. He is still James Bond because he just announced that he is signed on for the next James Bond movie, which is a big deal too.
Jeez, dude.
So Bond 25, he's coming back for the last one.
Idris Elba cannot get a break, can he?
I mean, you got to keep it to the guy who's done it well. So you know what I mean. It's not like they passed him over. They kept the same guy, so it's not the same.
Yeah,
thing.
And I don't hate him as James Bond. I just haven't liked him as much as I did in Casino Royale.
Casino Royale is the best Bond movie in the world.
Casino Royale is absolutely
that's
fantastic.
It's the best.
Yep. That Jimmy Cagney dude.
Jimmy Cagney.
That was an inside joke. I really hope someone out there got that. But okay, the movie's called Logan Lucky. I really call out the acting of Channing Tatum. This dude continuing to impress me over and over again. And I mean, he knows that he's still seen as just kind of a pretty faced dude with a body. but he's taking acting roles that really let him flex a muscle. This one, he's able to flex those sympathetic chops a bit.
Not just his abs.
Not just his abs. Daniel Craig, also a drastic departure from him.
Which I like. I like that idea of him, you know what I mean? He is Bond. He is like this, just the epitome of man, cool, handsome, collected, and now he's doing this
British,
like... It's funny that you say that.
Very proper.
This rednecky, like high-pitched
Well, yeah, but you see this dude. You see this dude in Layer Cake. Yes, he's awesome.
That
and
got him the job as Bond.
Yeah, but he is not a good-looking dude. And then they cast him as someone who women will it's like.
But he has that different sort of handsomeness. He has that that grit. You know what I mean? I think that people respond to.
I think it's the suit too.
Could be. Could be.
All right. Well, the movie's called Logan Lucky. Dude, check it out if you're really into these things or if you're really into Steven Soderbergh. I myself didn't have that positive reaction to it. I didn't have that negative reaction to it. I just kind of walked out like meh. For a movie it is like pretty filled with pretty much like action with like very short breaks in between. But the biggest thing you'll remember is Joe Bang.
Joe Bang.
Joe Bang.
Nice.
It's Daniel Craig. Besides that, it's Logan Lucky out in theaters right now. I gotta give it a pass. But if you're a hardcore fan like Adam is, I think you'll probably see it anyways.
Yeah, I'll probably enjoy it.
All right, so that's not the only thing we've got on the roster, my friends.